Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Kenya Kwanza government, they are in a very dangerous crisis. As we speak now, you don't know what is the agreement of Kenya Kwanza government towards the dialogue. Oscar Sudi is speaking on its own. Eden Duale is speaking on its own. Cleophas Malala, as the Secretary General of UDA, is also speaking on its own. Rigathi Gachagua is speaking on its own. The same to the President William Ruto in Rwanda, speaking on its own. When you look at this dialogue, when William Ruto and Raila Odinga give in to the dialogue, we believed that William Ruto was going to craft his team, Azimio to have his team, so that the statement that is coming from Kenya Kwanza is easier for Azimio to articulate. The same to Kenya Kwanza, the statements will come from Azimio will be easy for Kenya Kwanza to articulate. But as we speak now, Kenya Kwanza, their troops are all over, speaking what they do understand about this dialogue, including even that person who called for dialogue, William Ruto. Now, yesterday, Cleophas Malala came out, releasing a letter immediately after Raila Odinga had a press conference. And when I read the letter, I was shocked. Because when Raila Odinga's team Azimio came out updating Kenyans and also their counterpart in dialogue, they were in unity. But in Kenya Kwanza, everyone is deserted, is speaking whatever he believes it is right. So this is the letter that Cleophas Malala posted in the UDA accounts. Press release for immediate release April 4th, 2023, yesterday. Honorable Raila Odinga, in his statement, has confirmed our worst fears that maandamano was in fact not genuine from the onset, but a blatant thirst and hunger for power through the back door. In making these unreasonable demands, Raila Odinga has demonstrated his intention to hold the bipartisan parliamentary process as suggested by the President of Ransom. It is in this regard that we call upon Honorable Raila Odinga to recognize that there is a legitimate government in Kenya delivering the promises made to the electorate and implementing its pre-election agenda. He should not mistake the president's olive branch in his holy month as a sign of cowardice. Formation of anybody not legally recognized by the Constitution or statute law amounts to living in utopia and broad daylight hallucination. We want to categorically state that we as party shall not accept the process that is outside the purview of the Constitution or offends the law as established. The letter signed by Honorable Cleophas Malala, Secretary General of UDA. That is whatever Cleophas Malala is saying. I want to say something that is very crucial. When you look at this letter, is already exposing the intention of bringing back the mass action on the streets. As the Kenya Kwanza Alliance, in accordance to their argument, they want this dialogue to be painted a picture whereby Raila Odinga wants power using backdoor. But again, Malala must understand that when the dialogue was being called or requested by his leader, William Ruto, it was not Malala who came out requesting for dialogue. Because if it was Malala who was requesting dialogue, this could have not been accepted. I'm looking at Cleophas Malala trying to tear UDA apart. The way I'm seeing him, he's going to do it like never before. This man is having too much of words, throwing words left, right, center, day in, day out, letters after letters. Then the question I'm asking myself, when this letter was posted, was there any meeting that was convened, or was there any call or phone call that was made to him to respond? It is the right thing for a Secretary General of a political party to come to be standby to respond those issues. But it seems like this dialogue is now being handled in Kenya Kwanza as individual. Because Cleophas Malala wants to handle the dialogue between William Ruto and Raila Odinga at his own course. The same to Oscar Sudi, the same to Rigathi Gachagua, the same to Ndindi Nyoro, and Kimani Ichung'wah. So everyone is taking his part. Everyone is taking his part towards this issue of dialogue. But the crisis that this Kenya Kwanza alliance is creating on their own camp, they are going to regret it because they are not coming out to speak clearly on what they want. Even when you read this letter, they are not sure of whatever they're saying. Because one, they are saying that this dialogue is going to continue. At that time, Raila Odinga is going to recognize William Ruto as the president. That Raila Odinga must legitimize this government. That is what they are saying. That they cannot have a dialogue and a conversation where Raila Odinga's team is not recognizing their government. I mean, this is a dialogue course. Let William Ruto have his team, selected one, or rather appointed one. So that this confusion of everyone is throwing words in Kenya Kwanza to be stopped. I want to ask you a simple question. Wewe umeona watu wa Azimio wakirusha maneno? Ati Kalonzo anaongea yake, Martha Karua anaongea yake, Raila anaongea yake. They are unified on a certain course towards the dialogue. But Kenya Kwanza tapaka kila mahali. Oscar Sudi leo atasema yake, Ichung'wah atasema yake, Rigathi atasema yake. Ruto ndio ile anapiga kelele Rwanda, anasema yake. This is a so disorganized government that when it comes to the real issue and situation that should be handled in a right manner, they are bringing jokes. Then it means they are exposing themselves that they are not ready with this so-called dialogue. They are not ready. This Kenya Kwanza, they are not ready. Because if they are ready, Oscar Sudi should not come out to say that Raila Odinga arudi maandamano. Cleophas Malala and Samson Cherargei must not come out to give us conditions that Raila Odinga must reconsider and accept that William Ruto is the president. We know William Ruto is the president. So what do you want for Raila Odinga to do? The only thing is that they want a dialogue. These issues to be addressed in a right manner. But this so-called Kenya Kwanza, wametapaka kila mahali. Wanasema yao, kila mtu anasema yake. Without even convening a meeting. So there's a crisis that William Ruto has reached at a point that everyone, kila mtu ni ndume kivyake Kenya Kwanza. Kila mtu, they want to be relevant. That is why some of them even they arguing in a manner that they are clueless, planless on what this dialogue entails. But for me, when I read this letter, I realized that this Kenya Kwanza alliance, they are planning to con and play Azimio la Umoja, so that watu waone hii Azimio wanaletea wa Kenya mchezo, so that Raila akiingia kwa dialogue waone ni kama yeye alikuwa ameenda kubagain vyeo. But in real sense, this issue ya vyeo isikuwe discussed. Let people solve the issues that are affecting Kenyans. And that is why Raila Odinga came yesterday saying, this is a people process. This is people's dialogue. And if this government or this regime is not going to accept our dialogue, then we are ready to go back to the people, because the people are there waiting for the real cause of this dialogue. Because Kenyans will not be happy if Raila Odinga will go now to discuss about to be given any seat in this government. So for him, he must actualize the real issues and let the Kenya Kwanza continue to confuse themselves. Because as we speak now, they don't understand themselves. Hawajielewi. Hata hii dialogue waliita, hawaelewi ndio nini. If you want to listen to people who are so illiterate on what the cause is, hawaelewi hata hiyo dialogue ni nini wanaongelelea hapo dialogue. Ni nini iko hapo ndani ya dialogue. They don't understand. They don't understand. They actually don't understand the meaning and the real cause of dialogue. Yao ni kwamba, Raila lazima recognize William Ruto kama president. Lazima Raila recognize ni serikali. Lazima Raila sijui akubali hii maneno peleke kwa parliament. Kwa sababu wanajua they are having bigger percentage of members of parliament after kuiba na kununua MPs kutoka Azimio. So we do understand the real cause that they're taking us. This is the real cause that they are taking us. So for me, that is my submission and my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye.